Hey everyone, welcome to Rich Mentality Shower Thoughts. I was just going to do a quick video today about the SoFi stock. Um, maybe more so about the app, just how I feel about it. Um, no financial advice, obviously, just entertainment purposes only. Um, on the screen here, I got SoFi's official website and the Webull desktop app. SoFi. Um, let's do daily for the past month. Okay, apparently it does not let you do daily in the range of a month. Okay, interesting. Well, anyways, so for the past month, we kind of had a high of 664 and a low of 479. Well, 665. And right now we're sitting around 528. 52-week high of 2465 and 52-week low of 479. But year to date, let you do that one by day. We have, honestly, I should put these over here. That way, uh, it seems like I'm actually kind of paying attention to you guys. Because looking over here on this screen, I'm looking, you're just looking at the side of my face. Yeah, so we started the year at, what is this? 1626, maybe 1624, 22. So roughly, what is that? A 3x loss. And I mean, the direction that I think SoFi is going to go in the long run is um, basically trading sideways into 2024. But if SoFi, really notches out an edge with all the other competition out there with I think you can call this a fintech app. It's all in one. It's literally got everything. You got personal loans, banking, student loans, credit score and budgeting, um, mortgage loans, insurance, uh, investing, and they got crypto and um, do they have options yet? I don't think they do. You can do crypto. I don't really do options. I don't think I'm smart enough for options, to be honest with you. Uh so yeah, I don't do options. So I don't know if they do options and they don't say it right here on the front. So I'm going to go ahead and assume that they're still not doing options. I know I remember reading an article that it is something they're working towards to do is options, but literally they do everything. It's I think it's going to be one of the biggest banking all-in-one fintech apps. I mean, at least I hope they are, because I am slowly trying to dollar cost average into SoFi because it's one that I truly believe in. Um, they from the get-go, they're one of the few companies, kind of like Ally, and they've been successful for, is it decades now, Ally, where they just come out and give good interest rates, no matter what. Sorry. I was looking at the analytics. I'll get better at these over time, no worries. Um, so, where was that? So, 52-week high of 2465. So that's almost, a 5x loss. So if you're just one of those simple thinkers like me, you could just think, well, if it ever just gets back to where it was, which I don't see any reason why I wouldn't, once we're out of the recession and, they start, making a mark against all the other banking fintech competition out there. I mean, I would say at the bare minimum, we get back to 2465 eventually. So, I mean, you're basically looking at a blessing of this recession, which gives you more time to have a rich mentality and be frugal and slowly dollar cost average as much as you can into um, whatever investment vehicle of your choice. I mean, SoFi 100% is going to be more risky than just, a standard, you know, broad market index ETF or fund, which, that's the safest way to go, arguably smartest way to go. But, um, you're not looking at 5xing your money there. Here, you're looking at potentially bare minimum 5xing your money if they ever get back to where they once were. And I easily see them if they do carve out as a staple with all the other competition out there. This is easily a hundred plus stock. But that's like I'm talking value wise. That would probably be after like stock splits and stuff like that. That would be like way into past 2030 for sure, the year 2030 or further, if it ever gets that high. But that's a huge gamble to ever think it'll actually get that high. Could it? Sure. Will it? Probably not. Getting back to where it once was? Sure, absolutely. 2465? I see that. But yeah, just go. I'm just going to go into a little bit of the things of why I like SoFi. Um, they've come around a lot in the past 2 years, and if it wasn't for the recession, I think they would just be just leagues above anyone else by 2024. But they added in investing, they added in, um, mortgage loans, insurance, better banking options. Uh, uh, if I'm not mistaken, they started as a credit card. That's how they started. So that this is like the OG. Um, but now they have all this, and they're only going to continue to build out their their options for customers. And the other great thing is it it's like the company itself works as if it is a sales funnel. Like if somebody comes into SoFi as a credit card customer, well, they're going to see 2.5% banking options. Well, they're probably now going to become a banking customer. Well, they have an amazing deal right now where if you, um, which I'll put in the description below, if you get out a personal loan, both you who referred whoever and who you referred get $300. Now, I did a video on bank churning and credit card churning. Well, offers like this, you can have personal loan churning too. Because if you get $300 for opening up the loan, but say you lose, let's say $100, there's no way that's going to be the case. $100 in interest, and then you just immediately pay the loan back off. That's still a free $200. It's free $200. Now, the reason why I say $100 in interest is because I've read the fine print on this personal one too, and you have to keep the loan in good standing for 90 days. So you would have to pay interest 3 months. So, I mean, I would say there's no way you spend, I mean, unless you get out like $100,000 loan, but I think the max you can get is maybe like 35K or something. So you're looking at a free $200. So if you add credit card churning, bank account churning, and personal loan churning all with just SoFi, you know, you can make, I don't know, 600 or more a year just off SoFi. Um, Mortgage loans, I haven't looked into this, but they could be, they could just be one of those companies that just sell your loan right after they do the refinancing or the purchasing for you. I need to look into that. Auto loan refinancing. Good stuff. It's a good bank. Um, Now what do we talk about? Eventually I'll get better at these. And no matter how bad they are, I plan on keeping them all up forever. Just so everyone together, if we ever become something as a community, we can always go back and look at how tragic I was in the beginning. One of the other things I wanted to touch on was, you know, how far SoFi has come. You know, they used to be under a two in overall, reviews, which is awful for a financial institution. So I just wanted to, I filtered these by 2 and 1 stars. I was gonna only look at the 1 stars, but then I thought to myself, well, disgruntled people are always going to put 1 star no matter what, no matter how, honest or rooted in reality the reviewer might be. So I decided to also put in 2 stars because I think they still have a little bit of logic controlling their emotions when they're putting in the review. Maybe. I don't know. But I just wanted to go through some of the reviews, see, and just and bring awareness that they've gone from under a 2.5 to a 4, and at this trajectory, this could be 4.5 plus financial institution, which is really good. I mean, just for reference, I mean, I wonder what Wells Fargo is. I, Wells Fargo would have to be like just negative, right? Negative's a thing, right? Can I not search? There we go. All right, place your bets, guys. There's there's no way Wells Fargo is above 3.5. Oh, yes. Okay, yeah, yeah. Screw Wells Fargo. Just, I mean, they've done so much shady shit. It's crazy. Anyways, I wonder what Robinhood is. No, really? 1.1, a scam company. Ooh, see, this is tricky though. Like, you know, If you get margin called, you get margin called. That's on you. I wouldn't call the company a scam. See, I would argue that a good majority of reviews on companies like this, Robinhood, are a lot of people that don't have the rich mentality that were burnt by investing. Now, I'm pretty sure Robinhood also lost a lawsuit about they made investing seem too game-like. A restaurant and bars. Are we sure this is the right? Well, it's definitely in the wrong category. But anyways, yeah, just those that have been burned by investing, they didn't have, the fundamentals of a rich mentality, which is, very contradicting to this stream. Actually, it's don't invest in individual stocks unless it is 100% money that you're willing to lose. It just do the tried and true hodl, invest in broad market index funds, and over 20-year periods, you're historically guaranteed an 8 to 12% return on your money, which is what everyone should strive for as like the bare minimum and very well the maximum, so you don't end up like John Simon Bart's here, where he went into margin and probably a bunch of stocks, like say even SoFi. Like, not to say SoFi is bad, but we're just in a really bad economic time right now. Like, what is it? 2022 is the worst year in 50 years or something like that. 2022 stock market worst year in 50 years. I think 2020 has been the worst year for markets so far in at least 50 years. MarketWatch.com. That's it's just awful. Where are we at? Um, a team of analysts at Bespoke Investment Group has crunched the numbers and determined that 2022 has so far been the worst year for markets in at least 5 decades, based on analysis of stock and bond market returns heading into the final week of August. So it's been about a month since this came out, but I remember seeing it and reading it in 50 years. It's a bad year for investing. But it's a blessing if you look at it as you're buying things on discount. I had a comment, um, Gale, uh, Gray Steel, or I don't know what his name was, sorry. But he said, why trust the FDIC, and I can't invest right now? Or he said he didn't understand investing right now, so I'm just going to put all of my money. Um, I don't know where he's going to put his money, underneath his pillow, I guess, because he acted like he was scared of banks, but he also didn't understand investing. Well, yes, everyone's losing all of their money investing, but it's a blessing to continue dollar cost averaging into your investments, because whether or not you trust FDIC and you think that's the safer place, because his argument was, I don't trust them either, or the government, because once everything crashes, you're not going to get your money back. Well, if everything crashes, then it's the end of the world anyway, so what's it fucking matter? Oh, I shouldn't be cussing. So what's it matter? It doesn't. So dollar cost average, invest your money. Historically, you're guaranteed 20 years from now, you'll be coming out way, way, way ahead of those that thought the world was going to end. Because, I mean, regardless of whether it actually ends or not, it's still a win-win for you. It, if the world ends, money's useless. If it doesn't end, then you're way ahead of everyone else. I mean, it's not like I mean, unless you go spend every last dime you have right now to travel the world or, you know, blowing hookers or whatever it is that you want to do with the money and say you lived your life to the fullest with every dime you had up until the world ended, then you might as well just be investing it. Dollar cost averaging right now. But I mean, the biggest thing about the rich mentality is, it's a subset of the abundance mentality. You know, always, trying to improve your character, self-development, self-help. Um, so I would like to advise against the kind of just like chaotically spending all your money on, things that don't really serve humanity in any way, selfish reasonings, if you will. Yeah, so that was worst worst year in 50 years. So, no, like, it sucks. I wouldn't take it out on Robinhood though. John Simmons Barts, don't take it out on Robinhood. They're just an investment brokerage. No matter which brokerage you had your money in, you lost this year. Well, I mean, there's probably very few people who have not lost that, they, a speculative stock pick or actually, there's Atlas Trading Group. There's apparently a lot of them, they trade like pennies and stuff all the time, and they're probably still making, I don't know, potentially hundreds of thousands, but that's over my head. Um, there's this one guy that I don't know how he does it, but he has like an 85% success rate where every single day he just bets and options in the direction of which way Tesla's going to go. 80 to 85% success rate. And he puts so much money on it each time that he's basically making between 50 to 100 grand every day. Or potentially losing 50 to 100 grand every day on Tesla stock. But so far he has like an 80 to 85% success rate. So I don't know, do the math on how much money that is. He's got a couple million by the end of the year. Easy. I don't have the resolve for that, and it's not the rich mentality way. It's the gambly way. I think the rich mentality way is the best way to describe it would be like Warren Buffett, like his philosophies. Be greedy when others are fearful. Be fearful when others are greedy. Just you know, buy and hold, buy and hold, buy and hold. Fundamentals. Nothing ever speculative. Okay, let's go back to SoFi, which is what the stream is supposed to be all about. Um, I couldn't use my card the next day. I called SoFi and told them I never got a statement. I was also charged a $25 late fee. I paid double through my bank on Monday. Well, at least they're trying to make it better. But you always have to take these super emotional, disgruntled reviews with a grain of salt. But again, they've come so far. They've come so far. They've added so many more products to for their customers, and they've gone under a 2.5 to a 4. So you would think as they add more and more things, you'd still have a hard time either going up in an overall review rating, or potentially even going down. But not only are they adding more and more, their their reviews are going up too. It's just a really good sign. Because speaking of Warren Buffett, one of the things that he says is reputation of a company can have. I'm gonna butcher it. I'm not even gonna try and word for word it, but it's something like the reputation of a company is just as important as their their financial fundamentals. So if we ever get to 4.5 and higher, and they keep adding all these extra products, SoFi is the one. It's the one. It's the ticket home. I mean, we could just do some math too. Um, let's say you need $40,000 a year to retire, and your retirement is going to last. Let me add the calculator in here for you guys. Is there not a window capture? There we go. All right. You need $40,000 a year to retire. Bear with me. This is why I spend so much time editing my scripts and videos before I publish them, so you don't have to deal with this. All right, so you need $40,000 a year to retire. Um, let's say you're going to retire for 15 years, right? So you need $600,000 to retire. 600,000 to retire, that's the marker. So let's just say 5.5 is um, your average of buying into SoFi. I'm sure somebody in the stream will eventually be like, there was much easier math way to do this. But say, let's say it ever gets back to 25, but if you put 120,000 into SoFi right now, you'll have 21,818 stocks. Most people, don't have 120,000 laying around. So let's just say over the next 5 years, you dollar cost average into SoFi and end up getting 2,181 stocks. So over the next 5 to 10 years, let's say they ever make it back to the high of 2468. 538,000. So that wasn't quite it, but you guys get the gist of what I'm trying to do. So let's just say 24,000. You need 24,000 stocks of SoFi. And if it ever gets back to the high of 2465, close enough. So you need 24,000 SoFi stock to retire at $40,000 a year for 15 years. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. 24,000 stock. I mean, roughly right now, that'll cost you about 120 grand. Oh, probably 135, somewhere around there. I've been rambling. So where are we at? I paid off a $100,000 loan like 6 to 7 years early with SoFi. A few years back, I applied for another personal loan. Wasn't even for as much money, and I was told I don't qualify. No explanation, no credit history check, nothing. I make 350K a year and have a mortgage as my only debt. That's it. It was strange. I since received another loan from somewhere else and I have since paid it off. Um, if 350K a year, my God. Uh, I mean, it would be brutal just like you saw, but I could sit down with the calculator with you guys again and show you how you could retire within 2 years if you had a 350K a year salary. Why are you getting out loans? And why are you giving a company a 1-star review because they denied you a loan? Like, do you guys find it just to give a company a 1-star review if they denied you a loan? Now, if it was, a live person on the phone and they were being a dick, uh, yeah, you get a 1-star review. But if it was just the automated system that was like, yeah, we're not gonna, we're not gonna give you the loan. I'm mad. I need to go give you a 1-star review. All right. Loan shark experience. Damn, that started off intense. I was given a high interest, extremely high monthly payment on a 2-year loan despite having a credit score of 760 plus at the start and an income of 125K. What do all these people do, man? Jeez. Choose a different lender. This experience was hogwash. Well, you would have been given the terms of the loan before agreeing to it. Like it doesn't even make any sense. It's like Wells Fargo is paying Juju to come leave this review. Oh, sorry, I should be reading out loud. Yeah, this one was interesting. But this is little this review started off like okay, that's more realistic. But then it goes into owes no one anything, cars paid for, home and land paid for, everything paid for, no debt on 37K a year. Like, what? A prejudice lending company? Ooh, see, oops. I'm okay with reviews like this. Even though that they're trying to make it right. Um, well, just I think this is more just for publicity where they get on here and respond. Now, unless SoFi actually tried to reach out to Randy, like personally, like on the phone, through email, something, this is just hogwash, or what did I read earlier? I saw it earlier. It's hogwash. This is just hogwash because they're just trying to make other customers feel like they care, unless they actually tried to reach out to them. But it doesn't look like they did because they just leave a comment saying you can reach out to an email address. This, that's, unless it was Randy that kind of like failed to meet certain deadlines to get certain paperwork in, 4 months for to close on a refi, that's Awful. Awful, awful. Ooh, but see then 3 months after approval was given, just because you're given approval, if you don't initiate the actual process, like with the loan officer and stuff, then it's never going to start. Jared tried to take away his God-given rights. Writs. It just seems like mostly people are just scared or pissed off that they couldn't get loans. Well, SoFi is still in their infancy, and given the way that they're navigating the recession, or I hope they navigate and get all the way through the recession, they're probably just playing it safe, you know. Scam. They'll send you a letter offering a decent loan rate, but it's a scam. You go online, you have to create an account which can't be deleted. Hmm, That's probably true. Um, let's see why it really matters though. You already gave them your information. I mean, they could delete it on the end user end, but I'm sure it's still in a database somewhere. To view your rates, which are over twice the rate implied on your yeah, see, that's not cool. But can we believe them? Twice as high? But I'm pretty sure there's also fine print somewhere that states that once they learn more about you and your situation, rates can change. That's got to be said somewhere. Absolutely. Does it say how long I've been doing this? Yep, 37 minutes. And see, I would disagree. I wouldn't say it's a scam to get your information, you know? Do they probably use your information? Yeah. Loan. Here we go. Let's read this one. Another 2-star. My overall experience with SoFi seemed to be great in the beginning. The process of getting my loan and record timing was just awesome. Maybe I should have read a little deeper with my contract to change the payment date, not knowing that this would affect my loan payments as well. When I wanted to refinance my loan for a lower payment, it was worthless. My payments would have been even more because of current interest rate. Than this, you must wait 5 business days in order to get a payoff letter generated from the system. Things too good to be true? Things too good to true. It is so difficult to reach anyone above the account manager, who was extremely rude during my last encounter. I was I was gonna mention something about this, but I didn't want to be wrong. So take it from SoFi. Um, payoff letters. Why is it called PIF? Payment in full letters? Pay in full letters, maybe? Take a few days to generate because they are generated based on when the system is able to settle funds, meaning we have fully processed and posted your payment. Oh, I thought it had something to do with calculating interest. See, that's why I didn't say anything. Oh, here's a invest review. I requested to transfer funds from the SoFi brokerage account on 8/26/22 into my SoFi checking account. As of today, 9/6/22, that transfer is still under review. and internal transfer takes 11 days. If that's true, that is absolutely ridiculous. Let's see what they have to say. While our bank checking account is housed within our SoFi accounts, it must be treated and processed through ACH the same as an external account for the purpose of reporting and auditing. I don't like it. You deserve that one. Ooh, here's a home loan one. Um, the entire home buying experience was terrible. SoFi is fast to help customers apply online, but everything after that was awful. Poor communication, impossible to talk to the loan officer, extremely slow processing anything. Nearly lost our dream home due to waiting on SoFi to do their job. Ooh, rough. That is very rough. But that is one of the things that, over the next couple of years, I'm hoping they get a lot better at. It is one of their newer product lines. Um, well, as of yet, no one has joined, so I would keep reading through these, but no one's joined, and I'm not sure how well me reading reviews is going to be, uh, you know, taken. I mean, just having to listen to me not find vocabulary words is rough enough. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end this. Thanks for watching, and the more you stick around and watch the rich mentality videos, the more comfortable the rich mentality